Morning! It's that time again when, I do this. I do this every year. uh... I'll never get tired of that sound. I'll never get tired of hearing it. Anyway. Hey. Happy birthday to me. God, I can't wait to play Spyro on after playing Enter the Dragonfly for 3 straight streams. There isn't a year that's gone by that I haven't played Spyro on stream. Usually I have somebody in chat, but that's been kind of a mistake last time I've done it. The last 3 times I've done it. I never learn from my mistakes. Whoa. I don't know why I don't just overwrite the same save. Old habit. I hate to tell you all this, but this is not gonna be a comprehensive playthrough. I'm gonna skip all the cutscenes. 'Cause I've seen them all. And we do this every year. If anyone wants to see a proper Spyro 1 playthrough, I guess tell me in Discord.
Thank you for releasing me.
Something. Alright, you can't skip this one, can you? No, you cannot.
What about nasty Newark? I'm going after him.
Find dragons first. That's all I can tell you.
There are a few cutscenes in this game that I think Reignited improved. None of them are in Spyro 2. Don't know what it is about Spyro 2, but it's like they just got a different voice director. Ow. Bonk. To be fair, they also just got a different voice director for the original Spyro 2, so I guess that's pretty faithful. I always kind of wondered about that. Either that or the voice actors just on SpongeBob for so long that I forgot how to do anything else. Anyway, for the people who are new here, because I'll probably end up putting this on YouTube this time, hopefully, if nobody says anything that I have to, like, censor out this time. I play Spyro every year for my birthday. It's a long-standing tradition that I've done since I was 11, and when I started to stream, then I started to stream Spyro every year for my birthday. I don't know why it became a tradition. I beat the game for the very first time, 100%, getting to Nasty's loot on my 11th birthday. And this is the 20-year anniversary of that. So that's how old I am. I'm as old as Sonic the Hedgehog, and about as washed up, so that's what y'all have to work with. Whee! Sometimes, I think, maybe I should do some other tradition for my birthday, and then I realized that traditions are not supposed to be shaken up. Which is kind of boring a bit, but not this one. I like this one. This one's fine. Bonk. He dead AF. I'd say that if we have time, we'll do something else later, but we're not gonna have time. This will take me 4 to 5 hours. because I'm always slow about it. When I play this game, I'm not. When I'm playing and talking, I am. Anyway, because there's literally nothing left to say about a game that I've played for the past, 23 years. It's been 23 years since I started playing this game. I think it has. Damn. Imagine saying you can play a game for like 2+ decades and just not be tired of it. Yeah, eat shit. Take a large amount of dick. Be useful to me. Ah, you little... You're supposed to bump me over there because it would have been funny. You can actually, if you stand there, I moved because I'm an idiot, you can get him to just knock you over here, which is funny. Bonk. I do love Oswin.
Spyro, want to know a secret?
Bad touch. Alright, so... a thing that I also always do when I stream this game is some kind of update. And I didn't have much to say last year, honestly. In part because the last time I streamed this game was 3 days before Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day in 2020 wasn't exactly a happy day for my family, so I didn't feel like there was a lot that I could say. I still have the VOD of that stream, and I thought of putting it on YouTube, but honestly, the last sentence in it, or at least one of the last things I said in it before going to sleep is, I'm going to the hospital to see my granddad, and I didn't know that would be the last time I saw him. And now I can't really watch that VOD. I keep it, I can't watch it, so I just never uploaded it. And then the 2021 thing, I forgot what happened with that. I think I just didn't talk a lot. Anyway, last year was a thing. God damn, last year was a thing. The last 2 years were a thing. 2020 was a thing for a lot of people. I'm pretty sure if you tell someone that they lost someone they care about in 2020, then everyone will just be like, yeah? Although thankfully my granddad did not die of COVID, he just died of old age. Because he didn't want to stick around in a hospital forever, which was probably a good decision considering that was like a month before the COVID shit really happened here. I do have to finish this level because of Toasty, and it's just easier to finish this level than it is any other. Whee! I have a single regret about that, honestly, and that's that I picked up all of the crafting hobbies and really getting into cooking after he passed away. And I'm pretty sure that if he saw me do those things, he would have been incredibly proud of me. It's been 2 years, and it's still hard to talk about that without feeling like crying. I did pick up a bunch of craft hobbies in 2020. I've never streamed any of them, because I've never figured out how to do it without the fear. The utter fear and paralyzing, paranoia of accidental face reveals. So if anyone's ever wondered why I've never streamed crafting stuff, it's because I cannot figure out how to do it without accidentally showing everybody what I look like. Which is not a thing I want the internet to know. I don't really want the internet to know who I am. Which makes monetizing streams a bit terrifying when getting money on the internet inherently means giving people your name and possibly even your address. Which, if you're a girl on the internet, is not a thing you really want to do. For the obvious reasons of there are fucking disgusting incel idiots who will just make your life miserable, and if you kind of say it's the reason why, which is because some people are sexist, you get a lot of other chuds who might not be the same people, but are still chuds nonetheless, who say that that's fake news and that racism and sexism are over. Which is just like being stuck in the middle of what is ultimately a politicized argument about your fucking actual existence that I don't want to deal with. But that ends up being a thing I have to deal with anyway. So that's grand. That's kind of a fear I have to overcome if I'm ever going to do anything else with my streams, though. Since it's technically, I don't know how much easier it is to monetize a stream now. I know I could probably do it without, like, fucking my life up. Which, I'm not sure if I should go into that on stream. I don't actually know what is an overshare. That's the other thing. What is and is not an overshare? I don't know. I had to learn how to have any kind of filter. I had to learn to have a filter. Some people have to learn how to talk. I had to learn how to shut up. Still haven't figured that one out. My mother still doesn't understand why the hell I say stuff on the internet. Well, one thing, some things need to be normalized. There are experiences that should be normalized, and my mother's like, why do you have to be the one to do it? That's... 'cause that's how that works? Granted, I'm still a fucking coward about some things. There are things I never say on stream, or at least things I don't say out loud on stream. There are definitely things I've said on stream. And it probably wouldn't be hard to find, especially in the co-streams, a mention of some things that I say quietly out loud. I'm getting the gems. I'm not gonna get this guy on the first go. In part because I just kind of forgot what a dick he is. Yeah, that guy's a penis.
Thank you for releasing me.
I wanted everyone to suffer. That's why I did that. Anyway, if you're bored of this level now, or this particular part of the game, it is actually possible to just straight up leave this stage and then go to Peacekeepers right now. I could do that right now because I have 10 dragons. I'm not going to, because the dragons are the easy part of this game. Mostly. Yeah, eat shit. I should have just done that the first time. Would have been better routing. We don't think about routing when we're talking, though. Whee! Anyway, I don't think anybody realizes just how hard it is to play games for an audience until they start doing it. Like, it seems like something that anyone could pick up, and it's a thing that anyone can pick up who has like the money to invest, depending on the games you want to play. Like, absolute minimum, if you wanted to, like, play indie games on some, like, probably not necessarily a laptop, but just some computer that has some ability to, like, has some kind of CPU power and has a decent graphics card, and you wanted to pick OBS up. Because I started with OBS on a computer. Like, I streamed pretty irregularly at first. I think, I don't remember when I started doing it. It was actually years before I started to do it regularly. So I had some practice with OBS. But I think the first thing I used with it was, like, a Windows 7 computer that had 4 gigs of RAM. In, like, 2012 or 13 or something. I had a, I don't remember if I had a Twitch account. I think I did. And then, I moved to Picardo because all I did was stream art. Then I moved to Hitbox TV before that got taken over by weird Germans. But I streamed so infrequently that I could move around because everyone who followed me reliably didn't follow me on streaming sites. They followed me on art sites and Twitter. So it was kind of like I could do what I wanted because my main thing wasn't streaming, it was art. In a dinosaur of an art program on a computer with 4 gigs of RAM. And you don't really need a lot to start, depending on what you want to do. If you want to stream like AAA console games, then you need a $300 capture card to do it well. But you can also just start with some fucking consumer grade trash like what's that thing called? The Elgato? That was what I started with. I started with an Elgato. Is it good? No. Would I use it again? Fuck no. Do I still have it? Yeah, backup. If I can afford a Magewell, I will have another Magewell. Or just another capture card in general, because they are a godsend. But I honestly play so little console games now that I wonder if the investment wasn't a waste. With any luck, the thing never runs out, though. Such a poor routing decision. So many poor decisions were made. Oh well. Doesn't matter. I knew that I would get it. Just wasn't very well routed. But like if you just want to stream PC games, like if you just wanted to anyone like if your computer can run Minecraft, like even if it's like at lesser settings. I'm not going to say you'd be successful, but anyone can start. As long as it doesn't stutter, and as long as it doesn't freeze or overheat. And, you find something to play that you can play, and you have some reason that, people would consistently watch you. The fuck if I know why people consistently watch me. Everyone's like, your personality, and I'm like, yeah. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. I'm not gonna judge. That sounds mean. No, I do appreciate the people who watch me. I'm just still kind of baffled about why. But anyway, my problem was always consistency. I never did it consistently because, again, it wasn't the main thing that I did. I only really picked it up because a friend of mine started to do it more regularly when he streamed Overwatch. And eventually I'm like, I should try streaming. It would help me with social skills. It did not help me with social skills, but it did help me with getting better with talking and finishing my sentences. Which is a thing I had to learn to do. It's why I started streaming, to be honest. I started streaming to work on social anxiety and finishing my thoughts to the best of my ability. I still fail at this pretty hard, but a lot of it's just because a lot of things, honestly. Some of it's ADHD. which, finding treatment for that is been a help. I should have gone down this well later when I had the key. I didn't, because I didn't think about it. I'll just come back for it later. It's like bad routing, but whatever. I'm not speedrunning this game. It still annoys me, even though I'm not speedrunning this game, that I'm like, ah. I have thought about speedrunning this game, but the answer to that is still kind of a no. I'm not good enough to be a speedrunner. Or at least, I don't really think I have the time to put into playing a game well, even a game that I'm familiar with, to be a speedrunner. Although if I did speedrun, it would either be this game or it would be Celeste, because I'm not really good at Celeste, but I like how it feels enough to think that grind would be worth it. I don't think I would ever be good at it. I don't think I'd ever, like, be able to beat it in under 2 hours, but, it would be kind of, like, I guess, I can't remember if I've ever beaten, I can't remember if I beat Celeste in one stream the last time. I guess that would be my goal, is to just beat the game in one stream sitting. Which is like 4 hours for me normally. Oh right, we've got to go do the stupid shit over here. I don't like Stonehill. Stonehill is a grind. I keep forgetting what I'm saying, even though I say I started streaming to finish what I'm saying. No, speaking of normalizing shit that should be normalized, if you think you have a problem and you think a doctor can help you with it, it is a really good idea to talk to a doctor, even if you think that something is overdiagnosed. Because even if it's overdiagnosed, statistically, that doesn't mean that they're wrong about your diagnosis. And if it helps, if something helps you, it is perfectly valid to take that help. It doesn't matter how society stigmatizes it. Frankly, some people are just stupid and need to shut their damn mouths about things like medication and therapy. Like, if one works for you but the other doesn't, that's fine. I don't know what I even get out. I didn't get anything out of therapy. I just don't. I don't need it. I don't need the tools that it teaches me to use because I already have them half the time. But if someone else needs it, neat. If it helps you, good. Do what you need to function. You're not supposed to really talk about that stuff because it hurts your prospects or whatever. Like, employers don't like hiring the mentally ill or what they think are mentally ill people. Really, it's just fucking normal shit that is vaguely helped by modern science, but people are stupid, so they'll just stigmatize everything. And those people are dumb. Fuck those people. I hate this level because of this. Anyway. Some of the things that I have, can be worked on, like focus is, at least only partially a thing that I needed to get some help with. But actually, talking to people is something you kind of have to work at. There's really no fix for that, like, outside of just self-care and being aware of the things that scare you. And in my case, that would be humans. Where does this guy go? Where is this guy? Did he lap me? Or is he just... Did I already get this dude? I did. I murdered him and didn't even realize it. Ah! Fair enough. We're missing 3 gems because of course we are. I hate this level so much. Stonehill is a level that exists to show off how far the PlayStation's render distance can be pushed. Hey! Good, we're done. Goodbye. Screw this place. $888. That's a fun number. Not as fun as 666. Or pretty much any combination of 69, which is the best number. Redditors only have one joke. Fuck you, we have 2 jokes. 69 at 420. There are so many things I'm not going to be able to put this video on YouTube for. It's probably going to get worse if Sue joins.
Cool flash. Do that again.
The artisan's boss is through a portal behind me.
I don't know who the fuck's calling me. But, they need to get, like, they need to go fuck themselves. I'm busy. If it's important, they'll fucking leave me a message. Genuinely don't care. Leave me a message. Asshole. I'm not fucking answering the phone for stupid fucking robocalls. I didn't really want to have to edit this video either. Like, pieces of shit will call me. If it's not a robocall, it's some piece of shit who will call me at the absolute last second for literally anything related to just adult shit. And it'll be fucking in the evening on a Friday, on a fucking Friday evening when everywhere is closed, so that if it's something important, if I need to call a doctor or a shop, I can't because it's the fucking weekend. So if it comes up and these assholes call me on a fucking Friday evening when I can't do shit about it because I can't call someone until the next business day because it's something I need to take care of, fuck you if you do that shit. Why would you wait until the last fucking second of the last fucking day and make somebody sit through a weekend when something needs to be taken fucking care of right the fuck now? Every single person who has ever had to do adult shit will know this gripe. I guarantee you. I cannot be the only person who has to deal with cunts calling you. I shouldn't say that word on stream. Who has to deal with fucking assholes calling you about shit that needs to be taken care of as soon as possible on the last day, at the last second that it could possibly be done, have anything done with until like the next Monday, which is just the most asinine thing. Anyway. My phone's all the way over there, so I couldn't get to it anyway. Don't give a shit. It's probably just... It's literally just an automated message this time. Or at least I'm gonna say that because it always is. Speaking of which, stream anxiety does not help with phone anxiety. There are some things I just could not deal with by streaming. And unfortunately for me... Wait, did I just beat Toasty? Okay, yeah, I did. That was fast. Anyway. God. People get on my nerves. Hello. Craig Wesco. Have you been in chat before? If you have, I'm sorry if I don't remember you. Burm. Bonk. I'm trying to remember what the first game I ever streamed was. I think it may have actually been Spyro. But it may have been Spyro, in like 2011 when everybody still used Livestream Procaster Lamau. Spyro again, huh? Same thing every year, pretty much. I always play Spyro on my birthday. He thinks there's a tent there. I do like how they do this if you turn around. That's a me thing to do. Took it a bit, but I knew it was going to go for those back there, because it always goes for those back there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I started streaming to deal with some things like being able to... Generally, I thought it would help me with socialization. It doesn't always. I mean, it didn't help me with every bit of it. It gave me some confidence. And part of, when I started, like the first thing I ever streamed, I'm pretty sure it was Spyro 1. And I'm pretty sure it was, like, in a Skype call over Livestream Procaster with some friends. And none of our mics were going through, because I was too afraid to put my mic through. So, a friend taught me how to, he taught me how virtual audio cable worked. And, I don't know if Twitch is slow with, the replies. But, there we go. Let's put that up there like that. I did forget to break this, didn't I? Bump! Whee! Goodbye. I don't remember what I streamed after this. I think the first time I streamed Tomba was actually, over the same Procaster setup with some friends. I just started streaming so that friends could watch me play games online, as opposed to, well, having to be in the same house, which my cousin and I used to play games together a lot. I just kind of wanted that experience again. But none of my friends are around me because I've been chronically online since high school, so I was like, well... And then a friend helped me set up Procaster, and that was a mistake. Why did I do that? Honestly, I think after that point, it became a bit of a ritual for us to just get into Skype calls and talk to each other while somebody played a game. I'm not making this. I'm trying to remember the first time somebody else streamed, but I can't. I know that it happened, but I think most people just streamed art. This was before Skype's video calling. This was before Skype's video sharing really became a thing. Otherwise, we would have just used that. But most people at the time, like, if we wanted to share art with each other in Skype calls, we just used join.me. I don't know if that's still around. God. The join.me days. Of being in a degenerate Skype group with a bunch of people who mostly drew furry art, and some of it was porn. Then there was me. I painted landscapes. Well, not at first. At first I drew shitty characters that weren't good, and made comics. And I think in 2012 somebody linked me a Bob Ross video, and because I was like, I wish I could draw landscapes, I wish I could draw backgrounds, but I'm really bad at it. And friends like, just watch Bob Ross, and I'm like, what the fuck is a Bob Ross? And he's like, have you seen that episode of the Boondocks with the dude with the afro who doesn't like the police? And I'm like, yeah? He's like, that's Bob Ross. They're making fun of a guy who existed. And I'm like, oh, really? That dude existed? And they're like, yeah, no, it's a meme online. And I'm like, huh. So, then, okay, the Bob Ross just has all of the stuff up. Like, the brand his kids are in charge of now just have all the stuff up on YouTube today. Back then, you had to pirate it. Or buy the DVDs. I fucking pirated it. So, I don't have those rips anymore because they're on YouTube now. Why would I? I can just legally watch them. But, back then, I downloaded a bunch and we just, watched them in calls. And I'm like, this guy makes this look easy. And I'm like, that's so unfair. Environments are hard as crap to draw. This guy just makes it look easy. And then my friend's like, have you tried it yet? Both of my friends were like, well, I mean, he's been doing it for years. Now, see, here's the thing. My friends told me you should try it. They didn't actually think I would be able to do it. At least not the first time. So, I booted up ArtRage, which is like a program I had a copy of at the time. I'm not going to say it's a good program. It works for what it is. But, it could mimic oil paint enough that I tried doing the things that he did in those videos. So, it was like, the first one I ever made was... I mean, I think it's kinda... I look at it now and think it's kinda ghetto. But I was using a program that was meant to mimic oil paint, so it looked close enough. I posted it in the Skype chat, and then my friend's like, what the fuck? That's really good. He's like, you picked that up really quickly. And I'm like, I mean, the art program's doing half the work. So, shortly after that point, I made another image in ArtRage. It was probably the first landscape painting that I really made, mine, because I wasn't just experimenting. I was actually trying to make something that looked decent. It was a present for someone else, also, and it took me 8 straight hours to make. I think if I made the same thing today, it would probably take me the course of a stream. But at the time, it took over 8 hours on Christmas Eve while blasting the Shadow of the Colossus OST. And I didn't get sleep that night, and I loaded it onto a USB for Christmas Day. I went over to the person's house who it was for, and I put it on their computer when they weren't looking, and they came back to find it, and they're like, oh my god. So, after that point, my friend was like, cause I said the program did half the work. That was sort of true. It at least let me mimic the medium. He's like, I don't think you could do, like, landscapes that look like Bob Ross paintings if you had to do them in Paint Tool Sci and you didn't have ArtRage. And I'm like, at the time, because I knew, at least from that experience, that some of that was me. Like, it wasn't all the program just made specific things easier. And I'm like, you want to bet money on that? And he's like, yeah, no, I'll bet money on that. I want to see you actually do it. And so, I got in a Skype call. I loaded up Paint Tool Sci. I used the brushes I normally used for shading. Hi, Jelly. Thank you. Happy birthday to me too. Ha ha ha! That's mean. No, but thank you. What was I saying? Right. So my friend was like, you can't do that in Paint Tool Psy. Not when you don't have the crutch. And I'm like, oh, you don't think? Bet me money then. And I booted up Psy, and we got in a call. And I booted up Procaster, and he watched me paint the first landscape I made in Psy that was inspired by the Bob Ross episodes I'd been watching. And he's like, holy shit, you're actually really good at this. He's like, you're genuinely good at this. I think you found your calling. I don't remember if he said those exact words, to be honest, but he did tell. He's like, you're actually like insanely good at this, considerably better than you are at drawing characters. And it kind of turned out that I liked to draw backgrounds more than characters. Characters were anatomy studies and animation documents and work and practice and not that fucking interesting to me. Everything that was interesting to me was color and expression and mood and tone, and it kind of just happened that drawing landscapes was all of the things that I actually like to do, but without any of the shit that I hate, which is anatomy studies, mostly. I hate studying anatomy. When everyone... It's like a big meme in our community. Oh, everyone hates studying anatomy because it's work and it's... No, I actually hate it more than even the people who say they hate it. I genuinely don't like doing it. I don't like looking at people, for one. I think humans are horrible. I think we're just the ugliest creatures on Earth. For one. Who the hell wants me in Discord? Oh, it's Kook. Kook is just being Kook. Okay. Did I just mess up? No. It's just like that. My only attempt at digital drawing was that NDS Art Studio game. Or just one of those things I'd like to pick up. Wasn't such a slave to capitalism. Was that dragon's name Maximus? It sure was. His first name is Dickus. This is canon. You can source check me if you don't believe me. Also, hi Okami. I'm old. This is the 20th anniversary of Shroom playing an old game on her birthday. Honestly, Art Academy is great. I love Art Academy. I think it's a really good program to teach people how to do some basic stuff with shading and impression and studies drawing. Now here's the thing. I say that I've never liked still lifes. And I think everyone says that at one point in their life. Truth be told, I don't like still life drawing when I have to do it in a classroom. It's not that I don't like it per se. I just don't like the stress of doing it in a classroom. Because you're pressed for time. You're not the only one who's looking at the item. And you're comparing yourself mentally to everyone who probably does not draw blurry shapes and call that good. Honestly, my art teachers loved me, though. I wonder why. I haven't the slightest idea of why. Sometimes I just straight up failed assignments because I wouldn't do half the work of the assignment. Maximus is a good dragon I should have just let run, because his line is basically just that vultures are tasty. Honestly, that sounds like something I would say offhand. I would criticize something for being annoying, and then I would ponder how tasty it is, because I've done that every time I stream Subnautica, and I just think about what the Reaper tastes like. Because you gotta imagine that there's a lot of, like, because there's so much muscle on the thing, there has to be a lot of meat. Like, it's probably not very tender because it doesn't have a lot of fat, but, like, could you imagine how much, like, actual meat there has to be in a Reaper Leviathan? God, that's a shower thought. I'm a vegetarian in Subnautica. Actually, yeah, let's just get Clifftown out of the way. I don't like Clifftown or Ice Cavern. Anyway, after that point, most of my experiments were in Psy, and I started doing things less like Bob Ross. Like, some techniques are just universal, like, caring more about the basic form of something than, like, every single individual leaf. But, I started to do my own thing. I think, that was in 2013. Like, the thing where I kind of figured out how to do stuff in Psy, and by the way, did actually get money from my friend, because we bet money. I think he paid me like $10 that I couldn't. It was 10 or 15 bucks, and, he's like, alright, I owe you some money. And I'm like, you sure do. Pay up, bitch. I didn't say it like that, actually. I think at the time, I was kind of like... Honestly, I think at the time, what I actually said was when he said, damn, you actually are really good at this. And I'm like, I know, right? I didn't think that I'd be good at this. I did not think that I'd be good at that. I just did what came naturally. And today, again, it doesn't look very good. But it was a stepping stone, so I still have the drawing. I guess I'll put it up on Discord or something later. I have to go look through my folder and see if I can find any others. I think the next milestone I hit was when I made a drawing that is actually up on my Newgrounds. It's a very, very old drawing from 2013 called The Edge of the Ether. It was literally the first time I made a drawing that was basically on my own developed techniques. Nobody cares, Enzo. Wait, that's not Enzo. Enzo is up there. I don't know what that guy's name is. That guy reminds me of Kook because it's gaudy as hell and purple. He's not even here for me to talk shit about him. I like the music in Ice Cavern. Yeah, it's okay. To be fair, the reason I was interested in the name was because of one of the dragons in a series of books I read recently. Oh, which series? Which series of books was it? I should pick up reading again. I'm too lazy to read now. I used to read, like, constantly. I used to be an avid reader. I loved to, like, my Kindle would always be on low charge because it was always getting used. Well, I mean, not really, because it's a Kindle and the charge lasts through a fucking apocalypse, but still. Like, I would get, like, my favorite thing to do was to get snacks and read. Now my favorite thing to do is get snacks and watch YouTube, which, has probably rotted my brain considerably. Because there's really nothing on YouTube that I would consider smart. I should play more video games, to be honest. Video games are good for your brain. YouTube is not. Oh, but yeah, ignoring all of the other shit that was happening in 2013, because I'm very okay with just pretending that shit didn't happen. Or at least I'm not going to talk about all of it on stream, because even if I might still be bad at oversharing, there are definitely dark topics that are hard to discuss. But let's say that 2013 was my worst year. It was the worst year of my entire life. And the only positive about it was that I found my feet with art. It was also, like, the first time that, like, outside of some friends commissioning me for their persona or whatever, that I started to get paid for art. 2014 was, the year that I started to pick myself up out of a very, very dark hole. And I mean, like... it took multiple steps to get out of that hole. I think we also got our dog in 2013, now that I think about it. My guinea pig passed away at the start of that year. And, losing a pet is weird, because a pet is such a routine thing. Like, not only is it just a thing where it becomes a part of your daily routine, but also... you just expect it to be in a place, and it's not there. The Terminaire series. I've never heard of it. The only thing I read is nonfiction and TV oh god, TV tropes! Rip you. Let's see if I can't bake Cook in here. I don't know why. Mostly because he's definitely awake enough to talk about random SM64 hacks. Quick, everyone talk shit about Cook before he gets here. So that we can say that we were doing it the whole time. Because that's funny. I say read, but I really mean listen to. Oh, audiobooks. I don't think I can't do pets. That's such a big responsibility. Yeah, no, kind of the same. Losing mine though, like, he lived on the shelf. Or he lived on the, we had like an armoire we used as a pantry in my old apartment. He lived on top of it. And every day you'd go out there and you'd expect to see him either, like, popcorning for food. Because somebody opens the fridge and he starts popcorning, or just like making normal sounds. And when he wasn't there, it took me a minute to realize what happened every single time. And that sucks because every time I remember this, I have to remember that he kinda died in my arms. That's not a happy memory. But I did relate that recently to someone, so it's a little bit easier to talk about. Like, I never told anyone the full story until another guinea pig owner asked me about it. And I remember it was kind of suck because I told that story kind of spontaneously right before having to stream too. But I remember typing the sentence "he died in my arms" just like crushed me emotionally, because like that's true, and also I have never said it out loud, or at least I didn't type it out loud before that point. So, we left it for a few months. Ah. Me and my brother had a guinea pig each when we were younger. Terminaire books, 8 of them, are about a British captain, their partner dragon, in the Napoleon Wars. Okay. God, that sounds like the whitest thing. Of course, white people make books about like the like British quote-unquote accomplishments. I'm so jaded. I'm sorry. God. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's just that was my first thought when I heard that. Alright, I can't hover in this game. I'm stupid. Can I just cheat? I mean, I can. I'm just not doing it right. There we go. You just kind of have to spam until the cone gets there. You can't do it in Reignited because Reignited wants to be stupid. Not let you take time-saving shortcuts. At least not the ones that I know how to take. Of course I'm missing a... Of course I'm missing a gem. Alright, well, can I see it? Alright, so it's not on the roofs. Which probably means it's either in one of these things, or, more likely, because I always miss this stupid gem. No? I actually got this gem this time. Alright, then it's probably in one of the... It's probably under one of the buildings. Nope, it's right over here. That's a new one. Never missed that one before. Happy fucking birthday! Thank you! Oh, I gotta scroll the chat. Like, they're fighting with each other really badly. Oh, the guinea pigs? Yeah, they'll do that. Oh. Talking here. Rude. We gave them up for adoption after a few months. I haven't done pets since. Still frustrated me heavily as a kid. For the key and chest in it. You mean Dry Canyon? That was Clifftown. Clifftown doesn't have a key and chest in it, does it? I don't really know why, but this is one of those levels I just remember fondly. Really? I kind of remember this level as a chore. I've never liked peacekeepers. Happy V-Day. Guess I won't go on to talk about my own dead dogs. No, that's fine. I goofed. Been here for like 3 minutes. Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine. Dry Canyon and Clifftown look the same anyway. Because everywhere looks the fucking same in Peacekeepers. This is one of my least favorite levels. When I told Cook I was talking shit about him on stream, he's like, it's Spyro 1, so you're probably calling me impatient and making jokes about me saying he's fat whenever I had a dragon. And, no, I wasn't actually, but now that he brings it up, I think I'm going to start talking shit about how impatient Cook is. Does anyone remember the VOD? The stream that Cook did, where he is very bad at Spyro because he keeps running off cliffs because he's too impatient to line up jumps. Ever since that stream, Kook's had the nickname Impatient Dickhead in the Dumpster Fire server, and it hasn't changed because because it's never stopped being true. Anyway, no, I was actually saying he looked like a purple spotted dragon. That dragon is his aesthetic because it looks like a gaudy ass thing that he would just use because it's ugly. I always got confused between Magic Crafters and Dreamweavers. Like the one that's near the end game. Dreamweavers. I kind of can see that, but also Dreamweavers is my favorite stage. I cannot imagine mixing it up with Magic Crafters. Having said that, when we were picking, like, this is purely a cosmetic thing for people who just think this is a neat thing to do, but in the Spyro Discord you can pick a dragon family to belong to, and for a while it was a huge toss-up for me between Dreamweavers and Magic Crafters. I think Dreamweavers is a lot of people's favorite, though, because it's very colorful and fun. Unlike me. I'm neither of those things. Bonk. Bonk. Eventually I settle on Beastmakers because lol. All I draw are landscapes. It seemed fitting. Speaking of the landscapes thing, I think 2015 was the first... Start of 2015 was the first year I actually started doing game jams. I don't have any examples of any of the work I did for them, nor would I show them if I did, because they were made for specific things, and they kind of suck. Even though I was getting my feet with landscapes, I hadn't really found it with sprites, which I could draw sprites. I could draw cursory sprites from years of messing with sprite comics, but I hadn't really quite figured out the pixel art thing. And so that was a lot of experimenting while I figured out what are good techniques for making pixel art fast. Spyro 1 just carries the PTSD of the invulnerable metal ants to me. Well, look, you have two options with the ants. Either become big and strong and squash them all, or remember that the supercharge makes you invincible. Now let's see if anyone gets where I got that. Bonk. It's nice to bump into something and not hear youch! Speaking of which, if any Spyro fans happen across some random streamer's recap slash birthday stream, Enter the Dragonfly, still a better game than Spyro 3, even with all the jank. Just gonna leave that take somewhere in the video, and if you've gotten this far into this video while watching someone play Spyro 1 who is clearly familiar with the originals, no, I'd rather play Enter the Dragonfly than Spyro 3. I would rather play Enter the Dragonfly without save states than play Spyro 3 with save states. Because I have to save state considerably more in Spyro 3. Spyro 3, not a good game, honestly. It's just kind of got the Spyro name attached to it, and that's the only reason anyone likes it. Because there's good things about it, but you've got to slog through a hell of a lot of garbage to get to those things. I guess it's a bit disingenuous to say that nobody actually likes it. I do know people who like it, and I cannot for the life of me fathom why. I guess the story's okay. It has one. More than I could say for most of us, for most Spyros. Let's go ahead and explain that my 3-year-old, that's 3-year-old me again. What, the bugs? I'm just quoting a dragon. I think his name is Ajax. You find him, like, literally in eye caves, he tells you that. I think the line goes something like, Spyro says, "I hate those bugs. When I'm big and strong like you, I'll squash them all." And then the dragon says, "Until then, remember the supercharge makes you invincible." I'm not going to say that you can name a dragon and I would know their lines, but tell me where you find them, and I will be able to tell you what their line is in this game. 99% of the time, I could probably tell you what their line is. That guy's name is Andor, and he says, "Thank you for releasing me." That guy's name is Todor, and he says that the Norks wear slippery shoes. Wait a minute, no it's not. Yeah, it is. How would I go about commissioning you for a Pathfinder player character drawing? Shroom, I make landscapes. Everyone else, can you draw my character? Okay, well, fair enough. I guess you'd have to, like, first of all, I don't know if I can draw the character. If it's got, like, a bunch of complicated armor and stuff, probably not. Like, honestly, my character art's pretty basic. I would either need some kind of I either need a lot of references for how you think they look, or I need a lot of description for how they look. And then if I think I can do it, I guess if you're willing to pay the PayPal cost, because I don't really want to make that up on my end. That's how I take them. So, I guess I should start, like, actually advertising for commissions now. Like, it's a means of income. I don't know if I can draw characters. Most of the commissions I've taken have been like... Oh, thank God, I'm done. Most of the commissions I've taken have been like sprites and shit. It's a monkey person, and I killed. With lots of ropes. So that's kind of kinky. I mean, probably I can do that. Getting to flame moneybags is pretty good. Okay, yes, that is a good part of Spyro 3. I think the first Spyro is probably my favorite, but I think it's because of nostalgia. I don't know why I like the first Spyro. I have nostalgia for all 3 games. I absolutely cannot agree with you on the Spyro 3 feelings. The only determinants for me are Sergeant Bird and Agent 9 levels. Oh, deterrence. Okay. Getting to ram moneybags in itself is cathartic. That is actually true. I'll give you that. But honestly, how much I charge for commissions kind of, like, varies between what style somebody wants me to draw in and, yeah, because for a while, I let people pay me in Steam games, but I kind of only do that for friends. Like, close friends, because, that's, not the best way to pay to take money, because, there's no refundability, which is kind of a problem. But yeah, no, because I worked on game jams, my priority... Oh, I just have to do Dr. Shemp. My priority with landscapes was to do them well. My priority with pixel art was to do them fast. I never knew the skateboarding sections in Spyro 3 were so hated until the internet. Me and my cousin used to spend hours competing for the high score on those. Actually, same. My cousin and I liked the Tony Hawk games, so the Spyro skateboarding was kind of just whatever to us. Like, we didn't... I don't think it was our favorite part of the game, but it was a part of the game that I generally enjoyed. Finding out that they are largely hated is not disappointing or surprising. I mean, I could see why people don't like them. I don't mind them. Like, there are worse things in Spyro 3. Agent 9 is actually kind of fine in Reignited. He's like one of the things I think actually improved in Reignited, but that is largely because of the controls. Like, in Reignited, he controls like Ratchet and Clank. In the originals, he controls like fucking Doom on the SNES. Wait a minute, what am I doing? That's not how this route works. Oh man, I love these backgrounds. The skylines in the OG Spyro games are too good. Yeah, I know, right? That's kind of... Oh yeah! Since I was talking about my history with art, I take a lot of inspiration from the backgrounds in Spyro. To the point where watching Reignited consistently butcher them hurt me. That is a huge reason for my dislike, honestly. Might seem petty to some people, but it is a big deal to me. Come here, you. Can't go backwards through here, can I? No. I played the original Spyro 3 since the early 2000s. You say the SNES is not a superior console to anything? I'm saying it's not a superior console for Doom. Oh god, Agent, not in the original. Yeah. Backgrounds in the OG Spyro games are yeah. I read that already. But yeah, when I started to draw pixel art, because I was mostly learning it for game jams, my priority was to do it fast. Like, it didn't have to look good, it didn't have to look finished, it just had to be, like, complete enough that you knew what you were looking at. Usually with a really limited color palette, because that was usually the kind of things that people... Like, those are the kind of jams people did on forums. Like, we didn't do anything... I don't think I've ever done anything for Ludum Dare. It's never been for the big jams. It's usually just been for, like, forum-wide stuff that ran on some indie boards. And I did it mostly at the time so that I could, practice and get my name out there. Some of the remake backgrounds were good, but I do agree they didn't have the same spark. I'm gonna look around and see if there are any side-by-side comparisons. I think there are some. I actually think Dr. Shemp looks fine in Reignited. I think it looks pretty awe-inspiring. Haunted Towers, on the other hand. They ruined Haunted Towers in Reignited. They also kind of low-key ruined Metalhead. Haunted Towers was disappointing. I know, right? Why isn't the sun under you anymore? I have mixed feelings about Dreamweavers. On the one hand, it looks okay, but on the other, it doesn't really look like the same stage. It looks too washed out, and like there's too much dominant purple, as opposed to before when it looks more pastel. Like some of the color choices in the original are because the PlayStation's vertex shading has some limitations to it, and they kind of realized early on this was the case, so they used a very pastel color palette to kind of make the game like not look super ghetto. Oh, I could have actually killed them with these things. Lamau, fuck that guy. Not the world's biggest fan of Alpine Ridge now, but it's one of those stages that I go through so fast at this point that I forget it exists. How many gems? 96? Wow, that's not a happy couple. Ha 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 ha! You can't stop me from saying things on stream that are probably count as lewd. It's just been a part of my brand for the for pretty much the entire time I have been streaming, come to think of it. Also, I noticed the first home world, they took away the iridescence the clouds had. Yeah, I know. It's so weird. In the remake, they look more eh. Yeah, well, that's because a lot of the remake skyboxes are bought Unity assets. Nobody was actually trying very hard. At least I don't think anyone tried very hard with the art direction outside of the characters. Because a lot of the backgrounds in Reignited are just disappointing. Like, the character art looks fine because it looks like somebody put effort in. But the backgrounds look like they were made by interns and phoned in at the last second. Like, I don't know who the environmental artist is, but I don't think they were very competent. I also just think they did not understand the feel of so many levels. Changing the light sources was also just a mistake. That didn't really make any sense. I mean, it does in some contexts, but like in Autumn Plains it absolutely does not. They just made the level look weird. I kind of understand why they did it, but at the same time, I do not think that it worked to their favor, because even though it does highlight the castle, you miss having the sun come through the windows in the back area, which is a sacrifice I do not think was worth it. And really, the way to balance that out was to have 2 light sources, the sun and the moon. Maybe have the moon highlight the front of the castle, and then have the sun come through the windows at sunset. Or have the opposite, because I just don't think that their solution is a very good one. It interests me in the PS1 game, what they prioritized. Now, that wasn't very good, was it? It's always been kind of interesting to me that Sparks is such a light color of blue in this game, and then in every game after it, he's much darker. I wonder if that's to distinguish him better from the gold, even though he's, like, got a bright-ass glow around him. I wonder why his glow got weaker in later games, actually. Like, I wonder what about that decision made him, wait a minute, I've already been here. Missing 5 gems, Lamau. Oh well. I actually know where they are. They're back here, aren't they? No. They're out here, aren't they? No. Alright, then I don't know where they are. And we're not going to spend all our time looking. Ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da. This is the weirdest stage, music-wise, in this level. It, like, does not sound like anything else. In any other part of the game, or any other part of the stage. Oh, there it is. There we go. Alright, well, let's get this hell over with. The one stage in the game that can still fuck me up. Why try hard when you know depressed millennials will buy your game no matter what, just to get... Hang on. Oh, shit. I was checking chat when that loaded and realized I have to hold right on the D-pad in order to get this guy. Fuck. Well, we're not getting it this time. Never mind, we might be getting it this time. I can't really talk, I gotta focus. I do like the rainbow colored rings. I think that's cute. And also very fun. Even the hard stages in these games have just this fun aesthetic to them. Like, these games were clearly made by someone who wanted to have a good art direction. Oh, okay, it's over. Holy shit, that was fucking gamer. Why try hard when you have depressed millennials who can buy your game no matter what just to get a crumb of serotonin from the nostalgia? It's me, I'm depressed millennial who bought the game, Lamau. Same. Fucking hella same. I bought it twice. Actually, I bought it once, and I got the second one cheap as hell in a humble monthly. And okay, into Alpine Ridge we go. Whee! Blah. Incidentally, Toys for Bob would go on to make Crash 4, which I have not completed. Same. Yeah, I got Spyro 3. I got Spyro Reignited on stream. On PC so that I could mod it. Back when I thought the modding community was going to do more with it than demake the game and make like their personas. I'm not saying it's wrong to just want to do that with mods if that's all you want to do. Just that I thought there would be more like substantial content besides that. I thought people would like not necessarily demake it, but I thought they would fix it. I kind of just assumed the games would be made to function in like a reasonable way. Unfortunately, the only functioning that really happened was people demaking it to look like the old games. But here's the problem. I'm kind of mean about this sometimes, but I'm just gonna honestly say what I think about a lot of the demakes, especially the ones that are made by a specific user who tries really hard to make it look like the PlayStation games. Unity can't really do vertex shading very well. So this person is trying to do something, and it just looks like a worse version of what we already have. And if you say that to them, they get really, really defensive. And honestly, I just got really mean about it because they just seemed like they had an ego when they couldn't take the barest, most extremely basic level of criticism. Which is that, this doesn't look like the thing that you're trying to make. It kind of just looks worse than the thing that that we already have. And why would I play Reignited, for a worse version of that experience when Reignited's physics are worse than the originals, and I could literally just play the originals because I have an emulator. And if you're modding the game on PC, chances are you can also emulate. Which is not me being mean, that's me being honest. Unfortunately, my honest take is that this is not really better than what we already have, and the people who are probably going to be able to use this thing are the people who also have that. And they get defensive about it because, I don't know. So I just got really mean about their mods for a while. I don't actually dislike them as a person or anything. I just, got annoyed that saying something true results in baby bitching. And, honestly, they just kind of dug in their heels on it. And they were one of the only two people who was actually trying to make, like, wide-scale mods for the game for a while. And when I say wide-scale, I mean, they tried to extend, one of the levels, but they only really wanted it to work if you used their demake mods, which, again, don't look very good, especially not compared to the PlayStation games, because Unity just cannot do vertex shading. So, well, I mean, it can do something approximate, like Zeromus Awaken is made in Unity. But they didn't know how to do that, I guess. I assume if they did, they would have probably put in the effort, because they seem like the kind of person who would. But, no, like, there was another person who kind of still makes mods. They're just trying to, like, make the Reignited style, but they're trying to make it look like a lot more faithful to, like, high-res versions of the originals, which is fine. I think I'd rather use that type of fix, but it's still just an aesthetic fix. It doesn't really fix any of my core problems with Reignited, which is mostly how it plays. It also doesn't really fix the environments. And when asked about it, they kind of mentioned that they're not really trying to make them look like the originals. They're just trying to make them look a little bit more like hybrids, which, fair enough, I guess. But it doesn't really entice me that much. As a millennial, most modern games suck. A petty thing I'm upset about with Spyro is the changing a lot of the sounds. The sound design was so good. Yeah. My issue with the sounds in Reignited is mostly that they just sound kind of generic. I know that, like, when I say that, everyone points out how often the originals used stock sounds. Which is like the epitome of generic. And I get that, but at the same time, some of those sounds are sounds that a lot of people first heard in Spyro. They're kind of as iconic as the sounds that were originally sampled or mixed for this game. Well, from the third Spyro game remake. Ah! Ukulele has an N64 mode that just looks awful. I've seen it. There's a quote-unquote retro mode in Spyro Reignited where you can look like somebody's indie project from 2010. Because whoever made that game doesn't actually know how the PlayStation worked. They just hear retro and think pixels. And it's like, I think I saw a video say this must be a great treat for the fans, and I'm just over here slowly losing my mind. Like, do you have any idea what you're talking about? Once again, the fucking Hurricane's alarm sound effect. Being so quiet, now I'm mad. Yeah, exactly that. I'm in the OG. Scared the shit out of me. That is like, yeah, I think I've already complained about that one being necessary. I don't really want this to be another Let's Slag Off Reignited stream. Can we slag off a different Spyro game for once? I know that a lot of people immediately go to LOS, but I actually like LOS. I don't like how it plays, but I like its story. That's not an uncommon sentiment. I like LOS, I just don't like how it plays. I don't dislike how the third game plays. I was waiting on replies in Discord, but I guess it's my fault for posting something. I wanted to see if anybody wanted to co-stream. I wanted to see if anyone would co-stream, mostly because I've always done that on my birthday, even if it's probably a terrible idea to get people to co-stream. That's my mistake for posting it in a general chat, where Kook frequently, like, has long, incredibly involved discussions with himself about ROM hacks. Which I guess is really no different from me venting in the chat when I'm mad. But at the same time, Hero's Tale again, Lamau. What about the Game Boy games? I love the Game Boy games. I almost forgot Happy B-Day. Saw your Twitter message. Oh, thank you. A lot of LOS is good in concept, I think, except for Eternal Night, which has like a really confused story. It's like the middle child, though, and any middle child in a trilogy is just kind of a confused mess. You can't really come in on it, and you're not going to be satisfied at the end, because it's in the middle of a story that keeps going. And the only reason to really play the middle child is because of the beginning and the end, which is just how that works. So I'm not really gonna give it too much shit, but at the same time, it's also just incredibly unfun to play.
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong, like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
Yeah, this guy. His name is Ajax. Also, he has no tongue. I've wondered what bothered me about his model for years, and I just realized it's because he doesn't have a tongue. The speedrun strategy for opening these is just to slam right into them. Just take the L. I don't know if that's actually the speedrun strat, but I could see speedrunners just like slamming their face into these. Whoa, that was lag. Whoa, that was lag. I hope Windows hasn't decided to update. I hope Windows doesn't ruin my birthday stream by deciding to update. What about Shadow Legacy? We don't need to talk about Shadow Legacy. That's what speedrun strive to life. Ram your face into it, basically. See this idiot? You have to chase him around this pool and hope you don't die. Or you could be me and do that. I almost forgot what good games played like after playing Enter the Dragonfly for so long. All those fairies, such good pals. I never thought of doing that! This stupid thief got me killed so much as a kid. Yeah, Shadow Legacy is a Spyro game for the DS. It's bad. Hero's Tale is a game I could see somebody liking for the open world exploration. Shadow Legacy is a game I can see nobody liking, and honestly the fact that nobody even remembers it kind of validates that to me. I'd play it on stream, but I get the feeling that a lot of people would look at the glitches in that game and be like, oh, it's an emulator glitch. No. No, it's not. It's one of those games where it's glitchy on the hardware. To the point where it's like, how did this release on the DS? I thought Nintendo had better quality control than this. I guess the DS is like the shovelware console, though. Wow, I slid all over the place, huh? Well, while I'm here, I guess we may as well. Bonk! For some reason as a kid, having to grab that druid before being able to just beeline to the exit terrified me more. Damn, ho. Let me get my chest first. How you like them apples? It's not a glitch, it's a feature, Lamau. I love awful game playthroughs, but interesting awful, not boring awful. Those metal spiders scared me so much as a kid. Everyone having nightmares about the bugs. Honestly, as an adult, I just think they're silly. Their legs are so far up in the air. I hate that Reignited made them spiders because they don't look like spiders in the original. They look like beetles. It would have been funnier if they were rhino beetles. And they just yeeted you. Alright, I know where I'm missing gems. Yep, it sure is up here. I can never remember the exact number, but I always remember it's in the 480s. This has a fiber in it, and there we go. Goodbye. Oh yeah, in hindsight, they're a little goofy looking. What's with a 6-year-old? Yeah, no, I get it. As a child, I was terrified of them. But having my mother just laugh at them, she's like, what is that thing with its legs up like that? That looks so stupid. Anyway, it's time to go listen to the Amanda Show theme song. I need to Google what they look like in Reignited. Boring. I don't understand why Reignited, a game that censored the guns, would, like, make them look like spiders and not beetles. Arachnophobia is, like, experienced by at least a third of the population. It's the most common phobia in the world. Why would you make your enemies look like spiders? I'm not okay with censoring the guns. But, honestly, why would you make spiders for enemies? That just seems mean-spirited. Okay, there we go. I keep trying to finish that story about learning to do pixel art quickly, and I've been trying to finish it since like Ice Cavern and then got distracted. Lol. Telling stories is hard on stream. A lot of which is hard on stream because like this is no individual person's fault, and I'd rather it be this way than not. But chat can be distracting. Because it's usually not like one-to-one on the latency. So sometimes somebody will say something and it won't go through until like a couple of seconds later. Or somebody will say something that replies to a few minutes ago. Or somebody will say something and I don't see it until like 10 minutes later. So the lag makes consistent conversations really difficult on stream because of the nature of streaming. I don't think you can kill the wizards with these. If you can, I'm bad. But I've also never really known how. Wait a minute, is there a wizard up here? Did I miss a guy? I only took one path. Pretty sure I only took one path. There's two paths. I think what I just did was the first path. Yeah, okay. This is a weird section because it has a weird amount of backtracking. I don't think that's good per se. Also, that ram can get you killed if you just glide off the edge and lose control of yourself. I would say that I just know how not to die to it, but honestly I just kind of got lucky there. Gotta check chat. Spiders are awful. Music's a little low. Oh yeah, it's the same tune. Yeah, it's the same tune as the Amanda Show theme. Is the music a little low? I'll turn it up slightly. I'm trying to avoid, like, the stream, sounds overpowering me. 'Cause sometimes I do that on stream by accident. I love spiders, but I get that a lot of people don't like them. Yeah, I like spiders. I don't want them on me, but I don't hate them. Best to not have them be in games, or have mods to get rid of them. Or just have an option. So this level was the one with the very last gem I found in Spyro 1. I could see it next to a wizard on the ledge, but I couldn't figure out how to glide around the mountain and get that back that way. Oh! There are some Elder Scrolls mods that just turn spiders into other things. Oh yeah. That was mentioned before. Jinx Poke. Ha! Yeah. I know about those Elder Scrolls mods. I know somebody who used them. There we go. Well, I don't know if the game is any louder for anyone else. Probably not going to turn it up too much because I don't really want to have it overpower me. Also, watch. I will forget those gems. I will forget those gems and have to run back here. I'll be like, why am I missing 4 gems? Every time I do this. By the way, this guy, it took me forever to find this guy as a kid. Hey friend, what's up? I hate what they did to their faces in Reignited. I like their faces in Enter the Dragonfly. Enter the Dragonfly is how you make HD thieves. Reignited is how you make blackface. Yeah, fuck this guy. That wizard's supposed to go up the mountain, but no. Thank you for releasing me. Eat shit. I like spiders too. They keep me company and don't annoy me. The music is good. That's good. Bonk. I'm gonna get these gems before I forget. Every time I come in here, I always forget those gems. Not today. Whew. I've had a good birthday so far. Something I got in the mail was disappointing. I wanted to get a, I wanted to try nano blocks to see if they're any better than Legos, because they're definitely cheaper. And I wanted to get a shaman to put together. And I thought I could, and I found and I thought I could actually just get like some mini ones in a pack. One of which was a shaman. Well, I didn't know when I got them that they're actually a blind box. And you only get one. I had a 1 in 6 chance of getting shaman, and I had a 1 in 6 chance of getting the one that I didn't want and wouldn't be happy with. And I got the one I didn't want and wouldn't be happy with. And now I'm just really salty. Like, I didn't know it was blind box for one, and for another, why is Japan obsessed with blind boxing? It's just, it's really anti-consumer. It's like Japan has figured out how to commodify every anti-consumer practice that exists in the world and just like not sell people something they paid for. At this point, I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll just make a shaman out of needle felt. I also got a Leafeon and I put it together this morning, and my thoughts are mixed on nano blocks. Honestly, like, on the one hand, they are cheaper. On the other hand, you get what you pay for. They're not like low quality or anything. They're like mid. They don't stay together as well. The instructions aren't as good as Lego. They don't tell you how to make something as stable as Lego. And they aren't as clear as Lego. You have to just kind of keep looking back and forth between them. The actual pieces connect together, at least. It's not like that cheap-ass Spyro I put together. Those wizards remind me of the Ice King from Adventure Time, I guess. There's something disappointing in the mail, too. Bills. Ah! Yeah, those ones just look like puppets from those classic Christmas movies, a little bit. Okay, time to do blowhard. My mother said that I was blowhard when I was a kid, and then she explained to me what a blowhard was. At the time, I was offended. Now it's like, yeah, no, that's true. Sorry I didn't get a shaman. Well, whatever. I'm glad I had the experience. Debating on if I would have it again. It's not the worst thing to put together, but honestly I should just stick with needle felting. I like Legos is kind of the problem. Legos are just expensive. But, like, the experience is definitely not the kind of experience that anyone else is offering. Nobody can really compete with Legos. And it's not even just because the bricks actually fucking stay together. It's also just that the instruction manuals are incredibly easy to read. And generally enjoyable. How did I get hit by this guy? I never get hit by this guy. Oh well. There's no health in this level, so I guess we'll just live with it. That dragon's name is Astor.
Thanks for releasing me, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in crystal. And, neither do I. Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
Legos are a premium quality toy. Yes, they are. Also, I listen to this dragon every time because it's my mother's favorite dragon. She likes that one, and she likes I'm Feeling a Little Winded from Town Square, whose name I have forgotten, but I do remember exactly what his line is. I also know that in Reignited they changed the line to I'm getting a little winded and took away the winded voice. Disappointing. I guess he does at least sound a little bit more believably winded in Reignited. I used to think Blowhard was a female wizard that had a beard. Fair enough. It's the hat, isn't it? Looks like a witch's hat. I mean, they could be a female wizard with a beard. I could see that. Does kind of have a feminine form to it. I love Old Man Dragon. The best character is still Two-Eyed Willy. Somebody knew what they were doing when they named that guy. How we doing? Pretty good. Had to adjust my headset. The OG Spyro had everything. Good skyboxes, solid controls, non-gender conforming wizards. Yeah, okay. I guess Blowhard is Envy now. I don't know if that's canon, but it's my head canon. I have to remember to tweet that, just because it'll be a thing that'll spark controversy for no reason. That guy says Nasty Nork has been turning our swamp into an electrified jump heap, and it used to be so beautiful. And Spyro's like, I'm sure it was. To be fair, in the original, it looks like a dump. In Reignited, it does look pretty good. Although, I'm not a huge fan of making it not look like a dump, since part of the joke was that it looks like a dump. And I think making a beautiful swamp kind of ruins that a bit. Also, it's just kind of a nice message. Like, yeah, this place is kind of a shithole, but it's our home, and we're upset that people are taking it over. And Reignited, it's like you can empathize with them way too immediately for that to really hit home as well. That's like, it seems like a petty thing, but that's actually one of the things that bothers me the most about it. at least about the first game's aesthetic. It's not that they made Beastmakers look bad, it is specifically that they made it look so good. Abuse them, iframes. Right. Streaming history. I always do this every time I do these recaps. I just waffle until, like, the end of stream, and then I have to get everything out at once. Oh yeah, enemy means non-binary. do reignite a trilogy. Look, if I get 200 followers on Twitch, I didn't want to do it originally because I didn't really want to put an active Blizz game on stream. But like honestly, if I get 200 followers now that they're owned by Microsoft, I'll consider it. I'm not saying Microsoft is better. I don't actually think Microsoft is better. They're just lesser evil. I hit that guy because he died. I saw it coming when it happened, because I went at him at the worst possible angle. And I still did it. 'Cause brain divided. Anyway. I think what I meant to say way back in Artisans is that pretty much anyone can start streaming. But maintaining that is hard, because when I started to do it seriously, I found that it was exhausting to talk on stream. Like, it's hard to actually play games for an audience, because you have to focus on so many things at once. Oh, I need a drink of water. Stay hydrated. And drinking water sets a good example for the kids. Just like eating this haichu is going to set a great example for the kids. It is a... What is this flavor, actually? Oh, it's a tropical blend of mango and pineapple. God, this smells good. I'm going to suck on it because it keeps my mouth moist. Anyway, just wait for that guy to get done with his buzz. I'm a real buzzkill. Bitch. I've never been very good at this level. Sometimes I'm good at it, sometimes I'm not. Mostly I'm not. Ow. Oh well. Did I miss gems down here? Kind of. There's some up there. I should get those. I guarantee you I would miss those if I hadn't fallen. I love those weird chickens. The stream, you gotta get comfortable talking to yourself for hours. I know. It's what I do. I'm comfortable with talking to myself for hours. I'm not sure I'm comfortable talking to myself for hours when other people are watching. Mostly because sometimes I talk about things that I probably wouldn't say out loud. It's like nothing bad. It's just, you know, oversharing and stuff. Anyway. I can't remember when I streamed games and really wanted to... Oh, wait, no, yeah, I do. In 2017. I wanted to, like, get serious about streaming because I finally had... we moved into a house. I had a room with, like, insulation and shit. And I'm like, oh, I can record back here. I can record playthroughs. I can record streams. It's, like, neat. So it's like, I want to do that. And, at first, I just did it like we used to do the Skype calls. You know, I would get someone in a call who wanted to have, who wanted to basically just do what we used to do. Oh, I couldn't get back up there. Oh, well. Unfortunate, because there's gems up there I missed. Not to go back around now. Oh, no, there's not. Never mind. Goodbye. I only speak out loud nowadays, maybe once or twice a week. Oh man, Skype, that takes me back. I'm about to take you further back because we used Livestream Procaster in the early days. And then I switched to OBS at some point in 2014? When was Minecraft 1.5.2, the version that everyone not used, but like, okay, no, 147. 147 to 152. When was Minecraft 147, like, at the end of its lifespan? Was that 2013 or 14? Remembering your years by Minecraft versions is like the most fucking Zoomer thing. Get fucked. Anyway, that was when I started to use OBS because a friend recommended it to me. 2013, I think. Yeah, that sounds about right. So I kind of switched to OBS around that point. And I've been basically using it since, because it's free. I guess at some point I should donate to them because I've just used it for so long. I can't really afford to do it, like, reliably, though, and I don't know if the money really means it makes a difference in their, like, expenses. It's a little bit easier to do Homeworlds 4 through 6 while also doing everything in order, because they're really linear, so you can just do the levels as you go and not really worry about so much backtracking as 1-3 have. Anyway, back in yeah, 2013 or 2014, when like Minecraft 1.5.2 was coming out and or new. And I wanted to play Minecraft originally, but I can't really make Minecraft interesting. It's not really a game that I can stream. Like, I don't really have anything about... I'm not good at Minecraft, for one. I know that sounds weird, like, how do you be good at Minecraft? Well, you don't be me. That's the answer to that. Wow, I'm bad at this level. Oh. Fuck. Alright, well, fuck you. I'm not gonna chase you. Alright, well, we can just fail. Whatever. Ah, God. I haven't failed Wild Flight in a long time. It's just one of those things where all of my muscle memory decides to fuck up at once. Alright, I don't know what that was. I'm actually tilted. Because this is not a stage that I should be failing. I guess I gotta focus on it, don't I? But yeah, no, I can't stream Minecraft for shit. I've tried a few times. I figured, hey, that'll be interesting, right? At the very least, I thought it'd be interesting to watch me build. Because, I mean, I started as an art streamer. I figured, well, playing a creation toy on stream seems perfect for me. The trouble with playing a creation toy is that you have to still be able to talk over stream. And that kind of means, well, still count years by Christmases. Minecraft is more of a group game. Yeah. I tried getting some friends to play it, but honestly, my friends and I at the time just argued. Like, our main form of social interaction was to argue. I'm pretty sure my dentist would have words for me if they knew that I just stuck a high chew to my teeth and let it melt. I'm gonna pay for this later in toothache. Hey look, it's the level that has the remix of the main theme of this game that you only hear during the credits sequence, because it used to be in Stonehill in one of the demos, but then they replaced it with a different song, and I assume that it wasn't actually Stonehill's theme song as much as a placeholder at the time. And I just assumed it was Stonehill's original theme because I first heard it in the demo that I played many years ago before getting the actual game. That was a mouthful. Hello, chest. Oh god, I hate these things. I'm gonna die in this level. We're gonna die here. Ow. Ah! I didn't see that guy. I heard him. I didn't see him. You know, I wonder if Sparks has less range as he weakens. I've always kind of wondered that. Be on the lookout for attack frogs. They're cold brother killers. They sure are. Christ, do not do the high chew thing. Ha! Well, did you know your dentist is watching the stream right now, shaking their head disapprovingly? I mean, it's a bit late for not doing the high chew thing. I've already done it. And now it's stuck to my teeth and I can't get it off without picking at them. I mean, you think this is bad later on, I'm just gonna, like, eat a crap ton of Chinese food. By the way, don't go down here. This is a trap. That does look really nice and reignited, though. Yeet. Get fucked. I'm watching out for the frogs and I get knifed instead. God, I hate this place. I always die here. Or at least I always get fucked. I can't not no-hit this. I mean, I can't no-hit this. I've done that before, except with a horribly named candy. Sugar Daddy. Yeah! Nice name. Wish I changed that candy's name. Now so do I. Anyway. Shit. There we go, I wiped it off my teeth. I managed to get my finger while gliding. Haichu. Although for me it's a high suck. Huh, I'm using it to keep my mouth moist. My mom got me a big box of them for my birthday. I don't actually like getting birthday gifts, to be honest. It's kind of a weird thing. Like, every single year for my birthday, I have this awkward problem with friends, where every year, it happens with a different person every year. It makes me feel like shit every time it happens. Come here. Thank you. Where somebody will get me something, and it'll be some random thing, and then I'll just return it. And then they'll get upset, and I'm like, please don't get me stuff. And it's an argument with a different person every year. It's been the case for the past 40 years. It's like, I keep a Steam wish list specifically because it means people will get me something I actually want if they have to, but I don't actually want people to. It's just that it ensures that at least I get something that I kind of vaguely have interest in. Excuse me. I mostly just keep wish lists so that I can keep updates on games when they release. What flavor of Haichus? All of them. All of the flavors. The one I have right now is a mix of mango and pineapple. But I just have all of the flavors. They even have really good soda pop flavors. The only Haichu flavor I don't like are the sour ones. Yeah, but anyway, like, if anyone has ever gotten me a present and ever felt bad, it's not anything they've done. Like, I'm not mad at them. It's just, I don't take stuff I'm not gonna use. I don't, gifts are not my love language. I don't even understand it, really. Like, even if I get somebody something, I want it to be something that they'll use, because if they don't, then I'll just feel bad. And similarly speaking, it has to be something I would actually want as well. Because, like, I kind of grew up in a house of people who used to give gifts based on what they wanted you to have. And after a while of my family doing that shit, I'm like, don't get me stuff. Just get me, like, a gift card or something. Or, like, an actual greeting card. Or just, like, food. Get me candy, because I will probably never say no. And everyone in my family knows what candy I like. So now, the kinds of things that I get for my birthday are sweets, gift cards, greeting cards. Sometimes they have money in them, sometimes they're just cards. And I do keep the cards people give me. Or their time, like we do something on my birthday. Or we just, like, get fat on Chinese food, because it's usually what I want to eat anyway. Like, I'm just happy when people stop by, really. And it's like, it was such a thing growing up that it's like, even when somebody means well, I don't want people just dumping random stuff on me. Because if I never use it, I'll feel guilty about it. And if I can't find somebody to take it, I'll feel worse about it. Like, it'll just feel like somebody spent money for nothing. And I know that I think the point to them is that they didn't, but I don't understand what exactly makes that expenditure worth it. Practical gifts are the best. Yeah. Food is the best by default. Yeah. My stomach doesn't say no to food. Honestly, with people online, I really just want people's time. The thing I want for my birthday every year, besides to be able to play Spyro, is to hear from people and catch up for a bit. And it's kind of, if I don't talk to them a lot, or if we do talk, I want to I might, this stream's gonna run late, so I don't think there's gonna be, like, anyone who's gonna be awake at the time. But honestly, the only thing I really want is just to play Tabletop Simulator or Cards Against Humanity with people. That's it. Or Tetris, or, like, one year, the Skype group, which became the Discord group later, but one year everyone on Skype is like, well, you don't like it when we get you stuff on Steam, so what do you want for your birthday? And they, like, dogpiled me, and I'm like, I want you people to play All Stars Racing Transformed with me. Which is just generally true. A big box of candy is always welcome. Yeah, that too. But, like, there were 8 people in a Skype call playing ASRT, and it was funny because I started playing that game the previous year and could not do C-Class. Like, my friends stomped me. I got stomped by the AI. And, my friends were like, you really want to play ASR with us? And I'm like, yeah. There's 8 of us in that call, and I'm fucking dominating. Everyone's like, how did you get so good at this game? And I'm like, I did nothing but play this game all last year. It was 2014. It was my birthday on 2014. I remember this now. Because I started playing ASRT in, like, the later half of 2013, when I started to get treatment for my anxiety problems. And for a while, it was the only game I could play, because it was the only game that didn't emotionally trigger my anxiety. And a combination of being bored and also just needing something to focus on made me get really, really good at it. Like, because stress is an anxiety trigger, when I would get mad at it, I would still have panic attacks. But it became a way to practice metering my anger, and it also just gave me a thing to focus on during my recovery, and that was great. This Haichu has migrated back up to the part of my mouth I didn't want it to get stuck to. I'm starting to question this decision. I mean, it's definitely kept my mouth watery. God, that was a weird year. But yeah, no, I started on C class, and then I had to put the game's AI up to S class to be able to handicap myself enough that my friends would have a chance. And that's when it became not fun to play with me anymore. But after that point, I just started asking people to play games with me. Like, if a friend of mine knows what I want, and they know it's a game that I want, I don't object to getting it. Like, because then I don't have to pay for it at Lamau. Wait, why did I think that guy would just be asleep? I'm stupid. Huh? I mean, I saw what happened on screen, I just didn't... That was weird. That's never happened to me before. Now my D-pad works. Generally speaking, though, if somebody's... Like, the wish list I keep on Steam is a thing I keep for updates, but I also just keep it because if somebody is like absolutely adamant about it, like it's a thing that matters a lot to them, then I'm like, well, there you go. This is a compromise. And unfortunately I've had to learn for because this keeps happening to me, I've had to learn, basically the hard way. Now hold on a minute. Now hold on a minute. I'm thinking about the route for a minute. It doesn't really matter. I wasted so much time thinking about the route that doing the route now wouldn't be any more optimal, but I wanted to make sure that I could kind of still remember this. Whee! By the way, there's a hiccup up here. And if you hit the X button at the wrong time, you're just gonna go careening off into the distance. And I died so often on Reignited just trying to do this basic supercharge route that I know how to do from muscle memory, because everyone just saw me do it.
That was quite a ride, Spyro.
Alright, we don't need that much information. That was quite a ride is not something you should tell Spyro out of context. I mean, it's something that it sounds pretty bad out of context. Okay. Yeet! By the way, Treetops music is High Caves music remixed. In case anyone wanted to know, that the High Caves level and Treetops are actually the same type of puzzle, and the game is ramping it up slowly as you go. That is the point. Now the portal's right down there, so let's just jump into it. Whee! Blanc. Also because I want a chicken. Chicken nuggies. Never noticed that. Never noticed what? The High Caves music? Yeah, it's kind of neat. Got the gem back there, I'm pretty sure. I always miss that tenor. Blank. Yay! Ow. I like the extra life clams way more in the original. Is it a clam? Oh, there's the boss. Oh, did I not get the key? I'm so stupid. Yeah, the key's up there. I gotta glide for it. Whee! When I was a kid, I used to think you could get out there. There's nothing out there. I've gotten up there with cheats. That thing has collision, it just doesn't have anything on it. So the logs are just decoration. But I used to think that there was something beyond the fog in these levels. Like, I used to think that there would be, like, some secret beta stage that's just far out in the distance and you can't get to it now. I love Metalhead's skybox so much. I always thought they were clams. I thought they were... I kind of understand Reignited making them mimics. I love this level. This moon used to like freak me out because it was so high up in the sky. There's something about it that seemed ominous. This level has great atmosphere. It's cold. Also, like, the Beastmaker's homeworld and most of the levels have like some foggy atmosphere to them, like except for treetops because it's so high up. But ah, crap, my brain did a dump. My brain just thought about like 5 things at once. It went like all the way through Beastmakers without Shroom having a brain fart, and then it just happened. Anyway, what was I saying? I feel like I've like ended 5 conversations preemptively. This is why I just need to make recorded videos. Huh. I love the music in this place. Ah, screw that guy. Ha ha. I'll know where to go in these levels even when brain not worky. I will never get tired of Metalhead's music. Like, it doesn't sound menacing, but it doesn't sound... Like, I don't want to say that it sounds tense, but it definitely sounds energized. Like a lot of the music in this game. But there's just something about Metalheads that sounds uniquely, like it's go time, kinda. Now, Jacques' music sounds tense. This big robot is all charged up to meet you. Also, hi, Spyro's dad. Oh, hey, a gem. I like this arena. Like, this big arena. And I also just like how, because Beastmaker's homeworld is cloudy, this level has, like, the clouds parting and the moon overhead. It's like some weird anime shit to me. I like that atmosphere, and I like how the second arena has, like, the sky overhead. Like, now you're in the open sky. There's something really anime about that to me. I kind of don't know how to describe it. I feel like if someone's watched enough Shonen, they'll know what I'm talking about. And since all I watch is Shonen trash... Hey, buddy! Oh. Oh well. Barely lifted a finger. Nothing better than making the robot commit harikari. Or harikari. I had to say that in the widest way possible, didn't I? Ow. Oh. That's a good stage. Anyway, be very careful when you get close to the balloonist, because I've missed this gem going to Dreamweavers before. Away we go. Making good time. I wonder if we'll be done before 10. Bonk. That guy with the cannon doesn't seem like he's doing anything but kind of like faffing about. I used to love the sound these things made, honestly. Mostly because it wasn't the sound that I was expecting it to make. I don't know what sound I was expecting it to make, but it wasn't that sound. Alright, time to murder some dogs. I don't like how those look in Reignited. Uh-oh. Ah! Invincible turtle. Yeah, like, honestly, the fools just seem like they're faffing about. That word's not safe to use on stream, is it? I'd rather flame the fools.
The enemies here can be quite frightening, but you should watch the fools.
I'd rather flame the fools.
Now you're thinking.
This is how I feel about the internet. I'd rather flame the fools. People like me are why Twitter is so toxic. Hey look, it's muffins. Everyone says they're mushrooms. I don't think these are mushrooms. I think they're muffins. Ah! That muffin just tried to kill me. Okay, maybe they are mushrooms. I don't know, like they look like they could be either or? Are they mushrooms or are they muffins? I think Reignited decided that they were mushrooms. Those dogs used to be nightmare fuel for me. Somehow Reignited made them less scary. I think it's because the over-the-top, polygonal style. Also, I really prefer those dogs to look basically innocuous in the light.
Thank you for releasing me.
They're totally mushrooms! The mushroom streamer doesn't recognize mushrooms reignited once again is wrong. Look, they look like muffins to me, okay? Also, imagining them as mushrooms means that I murder mushrooms for my health, and I can't really think about that. Oh, forgot about the turtle. I love getting the enemies to kill each other for me. Alright, I kind of deserved that. Yeet. Blem. I know that the game represents the gems falling on Spyro as being collected, but I can't help but wonder if it gives him a concussion when it comes down. This guy never goes off, but he also never comes on, so you kind of have to breathe fire, and you have to brave these turtles to do it. I guess it's the game daring you. It's fine, there's health up here. I love the lighting in this level, though, like the way it comes on. It doesn't look that impressive today, but, like, we didn't really have stuff like that when we were younger. It's kind of the same with the fireplaces in, Dark Hollow. One of the early levels, I think, like, the first level I did, because it's just the easiest to get through. Hey, that guy aimed for where I was going. Also, I tunneled onto the chest. Sparks being able to pick up 2 gems at once? Unheard of. At least in fucking Enter the Dragonfly.
Thanks, Spyro.
This guy looks cool
I'd
and
love to
reignited.
catch Nasty, but I'd really hate being trapped in Crystal again.
Don't worry. The only one who's gonna be trapped is him.
When the dogs get horrifying lamprey, eel mouth, mage, or nightmare fuel. I love the lamprey eel mouth. It looks so ridiculous because of the way the teeth stretch. I love it. I love how silly everything looks. Everything in Spyro just looks weird. End my suffering! Psych. There's actually no collision with this. They did something cool with this area in Reignited where they just made this normal floor and gave it some glowy purple lights. As kind of an acknowledgement of how, like, innocuous this area is. I thought that was a nice touch. I'm nice to games when they do things that are neat. Or good. Whoa. Alright. My hand cramped up a little bit.
Thank you for releasing me.
You couldn't drown there? No. It's an old glitch. It's just a weird... It's not really a bug, it's just I think they forgot to map drowning collision onto it. I think it, in the Japanese version, you actually can. I think the Japanese version has the fixed, mapping so that you can actually drown in that water. Which probably makes it, the reignited version really weird to Japanese audiences. But I can't imagine that this game did well enough for Japan to really care about reignited beyond kind of a curiosity. not good at dodging these guys' arrows today, am I? I keep running into them. You know, I think you might...
You know, I think you just might be the dragon to defeat Nasty Nork.
That's me, all right.
Hey, Lofty Castle music. Well, I was one word off. Yeah. Any missing gems? I know exactly where they are. Because I always miss these. I miss how much more snarky Spyro was in the first game. Yeah! He's not really less snarky in the second, except in Reignited. Hold up. Don't mind me, just checking my dragon count. Bonk. I love the pastel sky in this level. It doesn't really have that in Reignited. Purple in Reignited is, like, overbearing.
Welcome to the Dreamweavers, young one. While chasing Nasty's minions in this world, you must expect the unexpected and prepare for what is not there.
The first time I ever found this dragon, I didn't kill a dude. And as soon as the cutscene ended, he kicked me in the face. And my mother starts laughing. Like, well, he told you. I started to tone him down. Yeah, a little. I mean... He sounds kind of jaded in, like, the first game. When you start getting into the later stages, he actually just sounds really tired. And I can't tell if it's like the voice actor was tired because they recorded all of the voice lines in a single day. Or if it's just like... Where did my mind just go? It flew away. And now I don't remember what I was thinking about once again. So I can't relay it. The good news is, that doesn't happen to me like it used to happen to me when I started streaming. I missed this guy completely. That was weird. I can't get over there, can I? No, that's too far a glide. This is the way I go. Did they record them all in a single day?
Are always on your side, Spyro.
This guy's weird and Reignited. He has like an actual fairy stuffed animal and everything. I don't know if it comes through on stream, but I always play this game with a D-pad because it's a little bit easier to control than the analog. Seriously, I just keep running into those. Oh, hey, look! This is the only chest like this in all of the game. Whoop. I'm trying to admire this rare specimen. Do you mind? Oh, that's just great. Now I don't have any health. Jerk. I hear muffins. Seriously, I keep getting hit. I wonder why. It's just a bad day. Anyway, this is the only thing like this in the whole game. And now it's gone. Guess I'll have to come back for that later. As you do. Okay, now pay attention. It's a bit annoying when Sparks is occupied to pick up gems. I don't know if they recorded them all in a single day. I just kind of assumed. Did I miss any gems? No? I thought I did. I guess not. I like how that dude's like got the shield behind his back, like he thinks that's hidden. Like, dude, I know I'm gonna get close to you and get smacked. It's not a secret. I can assume that about you by your appearance. Now that guy goes. Not today. Alright, let's see if I can do this in one go. The answer is no. I was too low. I'm upset! Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Oh well. Lofty Castle 2. Where was Lofty Castle 1? Some of these jokes are just in here for the people who've played these games. I do this every year, so I mean... And yet, I never get tired of it. It's just the way it is. I used to hate Lofty Castle's music. Oh, I have 300 gems. Exactly 300. And I'm like, am I done? And I'm like, wait a minute, this level's 400 gems. I mean... Potato moment, I guess. If you're wondering if this can reach any of the enemies in this area, the answer is no. I've tried several times. I've also tried several times to hit those Norks, but unfortunately they are out of range. Bonk. Whee! I'll stop. It's just kind of always in my head. 385, and the rest of my gems are up here. There we go. Whee! I think I started following you right after you replayed these last year. Dang, there isn't that command. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how to set that up. I've never quite figured out how bots work. Anyway, before I finish stream, I would at least like to talk about what I'd like to do with my streams. Because I'm still not really sure what to do with my streams, and I've never really known what to do with them. They started as a way for me to deal with social anxiety. And then tabletop games became that same thing for me. Yeah, we have to go back up here anyway. If you're fast about it, you can actually charge that guy and kill him even when he's transforming. I wasn't fast about it because my hand is cramping a bit. I've started to kind of experience these weird pains in my hand when I play games for too long. I think it's just a sign of age.
Hello, Spyro. Nicely done. I'll be done when I've toasted that nasty Nork.
Alright, now unfortunately I do have to go backwards for a second. If I don't kill those two now, then they'll be a pain in the ass to get later. Honestly, I don't remember when a lot of people started following me, so it would be kind of nice to know those metrics. Because I don't have a large audience, but I would like to see when individual people started talking in chat. Because I do kind of remember everyone at this point. Or at least I remember most of the regs. I kind of remember people when they show up again. Like, I think you're the person who also follows for, like, even obscure PS1 games.
The fools you see in this world are invincible, but that does not mean they shouldn't be attacked.
Sounds alright to me.
I mean, that's how I feel about people online. People like me are the reason why Twitter is toxic. Fun fact! Kook is an idiot. It took him forever to figure out that he could attack that guy, even though the dude literally told him because Kook doesn't listen to dragons. And I'm just sitting here holding my head in my hands like, you're stupid. He's like, no, that's not immediately obvious. I'm like, no, you're a dumbass. Even if you didn't listen to the dragon, you could have literally attacked the dude and find out. It was like the most potato thing. You made all the right marks. Some of my best friends do for me. That keeps me coming back. Really? Huh. I don't know what to say. My instinct, when somebody makes me feel a certain way is generally to, like, shitpost over it. Unfortunately, I met someone who kinda doesn't let me do that. Like, I've got a friend now who doesn't let me do that. And I'm still figuring out how to process an emotion without, making a joke over it. I don't know why I even try so hard with these. It's not like I'm not going to get infinite fire in this level. By the time you have the infinite fire, if you've routed yourself well, you don't even need it. It's like the most bizarre gimmick. Oh wait, there's no health up here, just fairy. I like how it did still make the sound. Like, of the sound of his attack. I just shat on Enter the Dragonfly for doing that. I should probably at least be a little bit more, like, honest about, you know.
Hey, Spyro. All dragons know there's magic in a fairy's kiss.
Alright, you know what? Oh no! I ruined the nice. I didn't say nice when I got 69. Stream ruined. The whole thing was for nothing. Completely failed as a streamer. I am ashamed of myself and should honestly just hang up my, I can't think of something. I don't wear hats when I stream. That'd be kind of awkward. Anyway, I'm upset. I never missed that. I never missed that. I was too busy calling Kook a dumbass. Which, by the way, is still true. Yeah, we'll just leave it. I'll get it later. Ow. So on the way to speak, really? Yeah, don't worry about it much. Having a good time. Unfortunate that your other friend won't let you use that coping shitpost. I could never understand this gimmick until I was older. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's one of those, it's one of those moments. Whee! This jump kills me every time in Reignited. It takes me like 11 tries. I'm still salty about it. I should not... No remake of a game should make me look bad at the game.
You've become a master of the supercharge. Great work.
Why are there so many fat dragons and Dreamweavers? How did they get up here in the first place? Is what I'd like to know. You guys live on a bunch of floating islands. I think you guys need a fat tax. Anyway, it's time to be gamer. Hello, miss. I get that, like, the kid-friendly explanation for this is that she's the queen of the fairies, but the actual explanation is because she has the biggest titties. I know that they're like 1 polygon, but still. That's the actual reason why it works so well on Spyro. Also, I don't know how old Spyro is, but do you think that would put her on a watch list somewhere? I like how you, like, use your fire breath on the chests that make the gems hop. It just blows them up because it's so hot. Because it works before because it, like, pushes the gem up through supposedly a hole. But here it's like... I'm drawing a blank. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, how hot your breath is. Honestly, it's just kind of self-evident.
Hold your horns. Here comes Spyro.
Patience, little one. You'll soon have the opportunity to battle the one who matters most. Nasty Nork.
Still not sure why none of the dragons are doing this. I mean... there's literally a homeworld of soldiers, and they just kind of, like, pieced the fuck out when they realized I got this. It's also just kind of hilarious, like, Spyro is actually just the smallest dragon. And, his instinct when this shit goes down is, well, fuck it, I have nothing better to do. Oh right, I can't jump for those. Seems like a good way to kill time while waiting on sparks. This is why I didn't stress this. I knew this power was here. Fellas, you should aim to be in a relationship with a girl that causes the same dopamine rush as seeing a purple 25 gem. Yeah. It doesn't even matter. Like, the numbers just get bigger later on, but it's kind of around the same amount of gems. It's just that bigger numbers look better, so the game makes you get higher numbers the farther in you go. I actually think that's where 2 and 3 mess up, because they kind of just scatter the gems around more evenly. Like, there were 10 and 25 pointers in the earlier levels. Actually, I don't think there's any 25 pointers in the Artisan's world. They start giving them to you in Peacekeepers, and they're rare. And then in, like, Dreamweavers, by the time you get to Dreamweavers, they're just really common. Okay, yeah. See, the way that the enemies are instanced is that the gem version of the enemies that spawns is actually different than the life ball version of the enemies. So these guys start out small, whereas the gems start out big. If you kill them, even if you go into a level and they all respawn, and you collect the gems, then their life ball version triggers, and you can get up here without having to go up to the cannon again. Which is why I routed myself back around. These two guys going at once, is, like, nerve-wracking to me. I'm pretty sure I was, like, right on the edge of the blast radius. If you're wondering if you can die because you roll off the cliff, the answer is yes. Anyway, let's do the last level in this area. Actually, no, I've still have to do the boss. Oh, what time? 9:10. Damn. When you see bigger number. Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I like the big numbers. Haha, number go up. Honestly, it's like the one satisfaction I get out of RPGs is just grinding and watching the numbers grow up. I don't give a shit about the story in RPGs. That's like a really controversial take, because I feel like a lot of people do play the RPGs for the story. I just want to grind and build my character and interact with the world. I care about the world in RPGs. About, like, doing things on a checklist until I have nothing left to do, and about seeing a world that might, like, change from my actions. About watching myself grow stronger. I give 0 fucks about the story 99.9% of the time. It has to be a really good story, because most of them aren't. This is like the easiest, I think this is probably the easiest stage. It's also like the most obvious, the easiest one to get to, I think. Well, I guess no, that's Crystal Flight, which is definitely not the easiest. It's probably the hardest for me, personally. Oh, it's only like 9/11. Alright. Excuse me. And now I do shock. Ha ha ha! Show me your baguette, Daddy Frenchman. someone's gonna clip that. I love these guys. These guys look so silly. That guy's just holding a flower. My nightmares don't look like this. My nightmares don't look anything like this. If this were in my dreams, it would scare me, but it wouldn't be a nightmare. It would just be, what the fuck are you supposed to be? I think I might have dreamed about these dudes in some, like, junk food-induced coma. Oh, I forgot to press circle. I forgot how to play video games. I briefly forgot that you have to press a button to play video games. Ah, you little... Ah! I couldn't... I just wanted to get the goodies up here. Hello? Wow, I'm really clumsy. See, something about this music sounds tense. It doesn't sound scary, just tense. Alright, it's time to be gamer. Whee! Muniki. I wonder if he has something you need to say.
Thank you for releasing me.
The answer was no. Bonk. I think when I'm done playing this, I should go back to trying to complete one of the games that I have already started on stream. Kinda got derailed to play Into the Dragonfly. I do eventually want to play the Game Boy Spyros, though, because I think they're good. At least Attack of the Rhinox is like my second favorite Spyro game. And I definitely want to play that. I don't know if I'll play that before or after Season of Ice and Flame. Season of Ice and Flame aren't bad games to me per se, but they're not like my favorites. I was so close! Oh, so close to doing it in one go. Oh. I'm so upset. It's so hard to do that in one go. Ah! It is really cool how, like, there's, like, shading on them when they get close to the lava. Like, the vertex shading and the general aesthetic of these games is really good, I think. And kind of underappreciated. I say that mostly because I've seen people say some shit about them in relation to Reignited. And that's how I reevaluated my friends. Ah! Not really. But it was disappointing, especially when someone who said that was a friend of mine. Okay, well, this is a bust. This took way longer than it should have. I probably look like I'm ass at this game. Which is a bit suck. God, my movement is bad. Okay. Yeah, see, this is the place I looped back from. These steps are weird because they have gems on them, so you kind of have to go down them slowly, and it's just kind of annoying. Watch out for flying boxes!
Any advice before this battle?
Advice. A wise dragon once told me, aim high in life, but watch out for flying boxes.
Huh?
I too tell random people I meet to watch out for flying boxes. No story, only strong. I know, right? Those clock dudes give you a lot more time than I remember. Yeah. You can just charge through the guy's boxes, by the way. By the way, Kook is so fast that he actually killed Jacques before Jacques could be on the box. So Kook broke Jacques because he went too fast. And then the whirlwind wouldn't spawn, so Kook was actually stuck and had to redo the level because he was too fast. He broke the game by being an impatient dickhead. That'll never not be funny to me. Wait a minute. Wasn't it like it's only 9:18? How long was I in those levels? Did I just take like did I just do Jacques in under 10 minutes? Or did I do Jacques and Icy Flight in under 10 minutes? Cuz I feel like I checked the time and it was like 9:10 when I was I don't know. That doesn't seem right. Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. Here we are, Nasty's world. You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro, and you're the dragon who must defeat him, because y'all can't do anything for yourselves. Away we go. Wait, why did I do that? I could just go over here. Oh, weird. Hey, did you see that? That thing where the game elected the gym automatically for me because it fell out of bounds? Gee, I wonder how hard that was to program. Because apparently Enter the Dragonfly couldn't make the effort. After spending 30 minutes in Enter the Dragonfly's levels, trying to find the last gem, this is kind of a nice change of pace. I don't understand people who don't like game OSTs. Oh, wait a minute. That's not a barrel. That's this thing. Gotta go pick this up. I've missed that before, by the way. It's like right in plain sight, and I've still missed it before.
Keep up the good work, Spyro.
Something, something. Why are the dragons repeating themselves? Is it because they ran out of budget? According to the devs, it's because they originally wanted to have a thing where Nasty kept kidnapping the dragons when Spyro freed them so that he could bring them all here and lure him here. But they didn't have time in the budget for it. Honestly, I could believe that, considering they also had to scrap 2 whole homeworlds. But also, they could have just ran out of budget to be ad hocing a solution that's believable enough, or an explanation that's believable enough. Ow. Oh, hold on now. There's a chest back here. I almost missed that. You can go backwards in this level, but I don't want to because it's a pain in the ass. I was supposed to kill that dude. That was a bit cartoony, if I'm honest. Just trying not to miss any gems. I probably missed some and had to go back. Oh! Yes, shower me with jewelry. Okay. I love the sunset here. Another thing they ruined and reignited. Ah! I think I shit on reignited every time I play this game. It's kind of hard not to. It's especially hard not to be mean about it after the fandom was so stupid about it. You couldn't have a reasonable discussion about the things you didn't like because you get some wanker who said, well, if you keep complaining, they won't make any more Spyros. My attitude is good. Don't make any more Spyros if you can't do it right.
Wow.
You gotta believe! Have you seen the video of Spyro composer breaking down how he did the music? You mean Copeland? I think I did, but I don't remember it. I know that he was, like, inspired by, I think, a lot of Arabic drum beats, which is kind of interesting. I'm not actually sure if I saw that in the thing or if I heard that somewhere else, though. That would be kind of neat if it's true. I never processed that these guys looked human before. I just thought they were like weird skinned Norks. But now I wonder if actually you're murdering people. This is a weird level. You've gone from a fantasy setting to whatever the hell this is. Oh, don't jump. I almost fell to my death because I'm stupid. Ah, my hand's really starting to bother me. Alright, there we go. I've got them all. I should play Parappa on stream. Why haven't I done that yet? I really need to think about what to do on stream. Like, I don't mean like, oh, what should I play next? I mean like what to do with my streams. I kind of miss having a retro day. And I think what burns me out on it is that I will play games well past the point where they become fun. I definitely put up with Rayman 3 way longer than it deserved. I should have just stopped after the Land of the Living Dead because that's when the game stops being good. They should have remade the guns to be faithful. Metal bricks that shoot Doritos. This guy thinks he's fucking Rambo. Oh, forgot about this dude. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Whee! I'm gonna have to shill my stream in some discords. I guess it doesn't really matter. I used to think this guy had like a crest like a rooster has when I was a kid. Because it was bright and red, and I didn't realize it was a beret until I got a lot older. I'm not sure why I thought that. Oh shit, Jammy Lammy, I should play that too. I actually have more familiar with that than Parappa. I've never played Parappa. I played the crap out of Jammy Lammy at a point because I got it on my PSP. Nope. 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 Lamau. Burda 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 burp burr.
Be on the lookout for Nort Commandos, Spyro.
I love how much that guy jiggles. Wow, I can't believe we're almost done with this game. I wondered if I would finish before 10:30. Uh-oh! Alright, that's my fault for looking away from the screen. It was such a ridiculous amount of enjoyment as a kid to see every member of Milk Can show up in the same outfit, implying they had the same exact experience as Lammy. God, I haven't played that game in so many years. I would be so bad at that game now, though. Ow, jeez, I'm getting a Celeste wrist. I can't play games like I used to. I forgot to put the harbor down. But yeah, I should definitely play those games at some point. Like, I don't know if I would be able to play them today. I think it would probably just end up being frustrating. You can turn the difficulty really far down on them, though. At least you could on Lammy, and I definitely did. I want to do that, and when I have money next, probably not either this or next month, but when I have like some free cash next that's not being used for anything else, I'll probably get the Loco Roco remake, or the Loco Roco 2 remake on PS4 and play that. That is currently the only way to play the games. I think they should just get PC ports at this point. They won't, because they're kind of like specifically Sony things, and I don't think there's enough demand for them on PC, but like, I wish they would, because I really want more people to play Loco Roco. Those games make me absurdly happy, even if they are kind of annoying to, you know, hear after a bit. I never get tired of things that make strange noises. Are you fucking serious? How am I missing like 30 gems? Okay, I know where they are. That's way too many gems to be missing, but I actually do know where they are. Which is annoying as shit because it means I have to go all the way back here. I was doing so well on routing, and the one place I mess up is Twilight fucking Harbor. Sometimes you just feel the seconds bleed. Huh. Actually, that's weird. Maybe I don't know where they are. Can't be here. No. There's only a 2 and a 5 there. Oh, yeah. I'm so stupid. I know where they are. I'm like the epitome of stupid. Fucking saved? We saved the run, boys! I forgot to do this. There we go. Unfortunately, I have to get to the end of this level. I can't just, like, exit. I have to go all the way back now. Which is irritating as hell. But me going through Twilight Harbor has probably illustrated just what this level is like. Like, it's just a gauntlet. You just fight your way through it. In a linear hallway. It's actually one of the simplest levels in the game. Alright, it is now time for the final boss. Stretching my wrist. There we go. Got it to crack. Did I get the gems on the harbor? Yeah. Let's go. It's go time, baby. It sure is. Hey, buddy, what's up? You can't see it. But I'm bopping to the music. Oh, missed a chest. So here's a quality of life change enter the dragonfly could have used. If you charge into a chest instead of breaking it with your fire breath, the gem will like home towards you so that you don't have to slow down too much. I've noticed Enter the Dragonfly does not seem to have this simple quality of life change or feature. Ah, well, whatever. I've got to go back there to get a gem. Get fucked. Alright, I'll give him my gem back. I missed one in here. I definitely don't want to redo Nasty just because, just grab all them gems, them delicious gems. One thing that sucks is that to get 100%, you kind of have to do some bad routing. And by that I mean, like, there's a lot of repeat. I kind of, it's obvious in, like, Wizard's Peak. When you have to, like, go down a path twice to take two different routes. And Nasty, it's you have to go down this path twice. Which is kind of like, whatever. It's just annoying. Run, bitch, run! The whole game has just been, like, going after this dude. And in we go. These platforms go in, so you have to be quick. I died so often to this as a kid. Get fucked.
You're toast.
You're damn right you are. Phew.
Sorry I took so long. I kind of forgot about you.
Lamau. Can I skip this? No.
Nasty Nork is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to pick up.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Alright. Mandatory credits. Can't skip the credits in old games. Excuse me. I always do that on stream. Well, we have 20 minutes left before 10. Can I do Nasty's loot in 20 minutes, I wonder? I don't know. I'm gonna find out. Do we have a good flavor of Haichu? Probably not that one. Ooh, pineapple. I didn't learn my lesson from the last time. Easy clap. Nasty sword time. So in the beta of this game, Nasty's loot is actually called Nasty Booty. Because it's his booty. They changed it, I assume, because somebody from the ESRB actually spotted it. I always wonder, like, do people from the ESRB throw the grape Haichus immediately in the garbage? No, I like the grape ones. It's the only grape flavored candy I like. I actually hate grape flavored candy otherwise. The ones I don't like are the lemon. I don't like them. The watermelon and the lemon I don't like. They're kind of gross. I'm not big on the sour candies. I like the tropical, I like the soda pop, I like the whichever one has the dragon fruit in it. Those are my favorite flavors. Anyway, Dickus Magnus. GG, easy. Into the nasty booty. Hi, Chew. When I first got to this level, I was stuck because I didn't really know what to do. But I kind of just YOLO'd it and found out I can do this. This was the best reward for getting that far in this game. At least it was to me. And now this level is nothing but number go up. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But yeah, I need to like actually figure out what to do with my streams. I say that a lot. I think I meant to tell a bigger story than I did when I started streaming, and then I got distracted with just talking to chat again, which is what you're supposed to do on stream. And what I prefer. Oh, wait a minute. I want that guy to stay there. You stay there. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Okay, is he still there? Yes. Just stay there. Just want to take a second. Haha! Every time. Copeland breaking his fingers on the keyboard. This'll never not be banger-ass music. Anyone who tells you that Spyro 1 does not have bangers in it is blatantly lying. Ow. Whee! Also, I didn't comment. I forgot to reply earlier, but I don't think it's a bad thing that one of my friends doesn't let me hide behind shit posting to cope with feeling bashful. I just don't know how to handle that emotion. I don't know how to handle praise. I don't know how to handle compliments, and I usually just like... I'll say something self-deprecating, but I think sometimes it comes off as like insulting the other person for liking me, when it's just supposed to insult me. And that's kind of a problem, and I don't really know how to cope with that. One thing about it, since I started streaming, I've met some really interesting people in like various communities. Streaming and role-playing generally, like both of those things, I've met interesting people from doing both of those things. With tabletop games and the like, and it's been a nice kind of journey. Even if 2021 was a rocky year for me. I think now that I'm getting some focus back in my life, I can probably comfortably plan out some new things to do on my streams, like I would like to have a day set aside for playing old games again. I'd like to have a day set aside for... It'll probably mostly be PlayStation games, like PlayStation 1 and 2, and maybe some GameCube games. If I'm not having fun with a game, I will not finish it. I won't stick with a game like I used to. I'll switch around. I should have a day for art. I keep saying that every time, but, like, I think it's time to commit to it. And hopefully in that I can find some, like, maybe I can even get a sleep schedule going if I just know that there's going to be a day that I'm going to have more energy on stream, because art takes up more of my energy. Mostly because I work. It's not actually higher energy, it just takes up more of my energy to, like, focus more on work and chat than it does to, like, the occasions that I can zone out. It might be a thing that eases up as I do it. That's kind of where I'd like to go with this, though. Bruh, thank you for the loudness. I appreciated not having it for a while. It is like 10 o'clock at night. This guy's like, ugh, here's my loud-ass car. You're welcome. Nobody asked for it. God, that is so satisfying. I can't imagine somebody actually not watching the satisfying fireworks at the end of the game. Like, say if you're a dumbass who rolls into the wall the whole time. One guess about who I'm talking about. 7, 8, 9, bam! That's it! We did it, boys! 120%. I'll see you all next year.
Spyro the Dragon, you've defeated Ganasty Gnorc, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob.
Incredibly feel-good, number go up all around. And you know what? The big gem collecting in Spyro 3 felt the same way for me. Yeah, okay. Super bonus round and getting your gems back from money bags is actually pretty good. I will give Spyro 3 credit for the things that it does right. It's endearing, I'm sure they understand. Ha.
Here we go again.
What's endearing, the way that my friend does that? I mean, I think it is. I don't talk to people I don't like. General rule. Like, if I talk to somebody, it means I like them. If someone's not banned from my spaces, it means I like them. Or at least, it means that I don't dislike them. People will know if I don't like them. Like, if I don't like you, I will do one of two things. I will either flatly tell you, or if I don't feel like I can get away with flatly telling you, I'll just ignore you. Like, if I don't make the effort to contact you at some point, or, like, okay, that's not true. Because there are people I like that I don't contact because I'm bad about it. If I actively ignore you when you're around, when we're both around, especially if you can see that I'm around, then I don't fucking like you. And it's gonna be really obvious. It's not gonna be a, well, maybe they're busy thing. It'll be, you'll know if I don't like you. Especially if you keep bugging me and I eventually just tell you off. Like, it'll be a thing. Like, where, and it, again, it won't be like, I wonder if they're just busy. You will not wonder. I'm the kind of person who does not like to deal with people I don't like. I hate dealing with people I don't like. The only way that I will deal with someone I don't like is if we're on a job together, and that's it. If I have to work with someone, I will just swallow it and do it, but as soon as that's over, I'm gonna tell that person I don't fucking like them. There it is. A good birthday all wrapped up. Yeah, pretty much. So if I talk to people, if I talk to somebody, if I like to interact with people, I like them. That's kind of how that works. Like, there will never be any ambiguity. So anyone who has ever wondered, you know, no, I don't fake my emotions for people. It's too much effort. Like, I omit things around strangers because I'm careful around strangers, but I don't lie. Anyway, that's it. There we go. The next stream day is it could be tomorrow. I could stream tomorrow. I don't do anything else tomorrow for a bit. I would like to start getting my life back together. Now that some of the hell, a lot of the hell from last year has just blown over a little bit. A lot of things are improving already in 2022, and I'm excited about it. It's a good thing I have my birthday at the start of the year. It means that I can sort of kind of do these streams as a recap. Anyway, the next stream day is probably tomorrow. Somebody did actually get me something for my birthday that I could probably stream tomorrow just because I think it would be nice. Anyway. After that, I don't know. I've got some plans. I need to actually set them up. So I guess my week is going to be pretty busy. Not in a bad way for once, unless something stupid comes up again. But hopefully, I am so close to 55 lives. I kind of just want to see the number go up. I'm going to go kill some more dudes while I talk. I would like to get to a point where I have a consistent streaming schedule. I think the first thing I'm going to do is make a scene for Game Boy and DS games. Because I haven't really streamed any just because I don't really have a good looking screen for it. But I think it would be nice to play GBA and DS games on stream. And I think that... Hey, I got a 55. The first would be the Spyro games, because I like those a lot. And I guess we'll see where we go from there. And then I should set aside a day for art because I can already do that. It'd be super easy to do that. I do not know what I'll only be in weeknights, I think. Glad to be by. You have a good one. Yeah. So that's about all I have to say on that. I don't know how long I'll stream on Saturdays for, and I only really stream on Sundays when Kook is around. So yeah, but it might be a nice thing just to have something to do for a bit. And we'll see how this works out. I'll figure out a good schedule, and for any lurkers who show up, I have a Discord. You can join it. If this is on YouTube, you can find the link in my description, probably. If it's not on YouTube, because I 50% chance I uploaded anything in Lamau, I guess. Anyway, I post updates there as I make them. This was a good stream. I like playing this game on my birthday a lot. Sometimes I talk about my history. If anyone's ever curious about, like, anything related to just anything in general, honestly, I'll probably answer, because I don't know how not to overshare. I'm gonna go eat Chinese, and get ready for all of the exciting things I have planned. I actually have something to do besides stare at the wall, and I actually have, my nights are pretty great now, honestly. Everyone have a good night, and I'll see you next time. I'm gonna sign out.